Underground Railroad television show. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30 in Chicago. Okay, we come on at night, in fact. Okay, but we come on YouTube 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That's something that we do. But let me set the narrative. Let me set the narrative. Let me set the narrative. That picture sets the narrative of the subject matter that we are going to be discussing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a little ancient history. And after you sit down and formulate it, you will know what I'm trying to do. Okay? Because the people in Ukraine, I'm sorry that happened. I'm very sorry that happened. You know what? It is sad. It's sad that happened. And I hope that they come to a resolution, a peaceful resolution. In the words of Rodney King, can we all get along and believe? I'm not making fun of that because that is not anything to make fun of when people are losing their homes, when people are dying. You know what? That's nothing to take lightly. You know what? That would be ignorant of me. You know, but. And I would like to say to people that are looking at this, I'm in Chicago. We do video productions, Shade My Media Productions. We film events, press conferences, and do video editing. Okay, but let me get to the point because I know you don't want to hear that because you didn't come here for that. Okay, but the thing is, what is going on in Russia? I feel so sorry for those people. You know, I give my duas to them. I give my prayers to them. It is sad. That's all I can really say. And the thing is, I'm going to give you a little bit of ancient history, but it is going to lead up to something. And if you want to join the chat room and you want to have anything, and you want to even call me, okay, the thing is, I will just put the phone on speaker. What happened is, I live in the United States of America. Okay, first of all, I'm a patriot. But Thomas Jefferson said one thing: the greatest form of patriotism is talking up when you see something that you believe is going wrong. That's what Thomas Jefferson said. Okay, and what it is once upon a time, there was an operation called the Bay of Pigs. Okay, there was an operation called the Bay of Pigs. Where did it take place? Cuba. Okay, and Fidel Castro and Che Rivera led troops there for a revolution to overthrow the government of Batista, who was the president around Cuba. I mean, this used to be the gamblers' playground, okay, over there in Cuba. They used to have gambling, used to have ladies of the night, everything. And you know what? The government overlooked it, and you know what? Fidel Castro of Cuba looked at that as being oppressive. And there was an operation that took place called the Bay of Pigs. Got that. You know, I don't down on the swine anyway, being a Muslim. But anyway, he came to power. He came to power. Okay, he battled against Batista's government, and you know what? Hey, they won. He came to power. Now, what happened is, after he came to power, the Soviet Union, him and the Soviet Union and Cuba, they became allies, they became friends, they became hachos. Okay, that's my main man. All of this stuff. Okay, and what happened is, after they became allies, the Soviet Union said, you know what, man, we want to, since we are allies and we recognize that we have negotiated. We have negotiated. We are friends now. Okay, our friends. We're trading partners. Okay, and he said, I want to put some missiles in Cuba. Okay, to ensure where something catastrophic went wrong, you could defend yourself. Now, the president at that time was Khrushchev. Khrushchev, the president, and you know what? It could be said that he was the premier. Okay, that's the word I think they use in the Soviet Union. He was the premier of the Soviet Union, the USSR. So what happened is he was bringing missiles from the Soviet Union. He was bringing missiles. And they got the missiles, but you know what? But the United States protested. They protested because you know what? They said, man, this is wrong, man. How is it that you can put missiles? Hey, this is like 150 miles or 200 nautical miles away from the United States of America. Man, we will not allow you to put missiles in Cuba. Okay, and John F. Kennedy, that was the president. He was the president back then. Okay, and the whole country, they were outraged. They were outraged. They were upset. They were mad about the whole situation. You know, which I feel they should have been mad about the situation. Okay, and what happened is, at some point, they tried to negotiate. Kennedy tried to say, you know what? There no missiles will be here. But you know what? At some point, you know what? After people get through listening, he gave an ultimatum. Ultimatum means that he said, you know what? You are not. This is something that I'm not going to allow. And if you do this, we're going to end up going to war. So if you want to call in, the telephone number is 312-884-9757. If you want to leave a message in the chat room about what's going on in Russia and in the Ukraine right now, let me know. Okay. And what happened is Kennedy, who I feel was a great president, I really was. Now, thousands of people may disagree with me, but it's okay. You know what? Because the world is not built around me. I'm not a self-centered person. And Kennedy gave Khrushchev an ultimatum. There will be no missiles in Cuba. And then at some point, it's going to be catastrophic. It's going to cause a war between the two superpowers. And the two superpowers at that time was the Soviet Union, President Khrushchev, and the United States and President Kennedy. Sorry, he got assassinated. Whoever did it, they had a sick, twisted mind, you know. And after that, they negotiated. He said, you know what? Khrushchev said, okay, man, you know what? You raised so much sign about us wanting to put missiles in Cuba. We're not going to do it because we don't think it's worth a world war. But they negotiated. Now, a lot of people, they don't know what came up in negotiations. They saw one side, okay? They saw that the missiles in Cuba, okay, but they don't know that Khrushchev said, you know what, Turkey is a country, and it is around Russia. And they said, I asked in the negotiations that you take the missiles out of Turkey. I'm just as threatened as you are. But a lot of people, because they do not read at all. They did not know that there were missiles that were taken out. There were missiles that were taken out of Turkey, and therefore there was no missiles being put in Cuba. Okay, I got that. Okay, this threat A threat. That was a threat. Okay, and you know what? And they negotiated, and it was a good negotiation. Okay, now I'm going to go. I'm going to go up some. I'm going to go up in history. I'm going to go move a little further in history. I'm going to move a little further in history. Now, President Reagan. He was a great military. He believed in the military. I was in the military at that time. He made sure we got a raise. He made sure we had great equipment. But there was something that he just didn't like. He did not like the Soviet Union. He did not. In fact, he called the Soviet Union an evil empire. That is something he did. That's on record. Okay. I'm not making that up. But what happened is him and Gorbachev was the premier, the president of Russia at that particular time. He was. And Reagan said, tie down them walls. There was a wall in Germany, and he wanted to end the Cold War. So they negotiated. Okay. And what happened is, during the negotiation to end the Cold War, there was a lot of strategizing. There was a whole lot of things. And what happened is, after that, they signed the agreement. Hey, this piece of paper, Ray, I signed an agreement. Okay. But the Soviet Union, Russia, Gorbachev, not Brezhnev, I'm talking about Gorbachev, said it was in their treaty that no countries that are annexed, are separated from the Soviet Union, will be able to enter NATO. This is a fact. That's a fact. Okay? And you know what? I did not really know that, because you know what? There's a show called Democracy Today, and I was listening to the gentleman that negotiated the contract. Not contract, the treaty, and he said there is stipulations. So what happened is, okay, they ended the Cold War. Okay, there were countries that separated themselves, or severed themselves, like cutting off their arm from the Soviet Union. They did that. Okay, but what happened is, the countries that separated, at some point, they wanted protection from NATO.